Now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of what Indians are all about.
I still say we Indian people are believers in the truth. This is the way of life that was given to your people. You're born an Indian, you're going to die an Indian. Indianness is a good life. You're facing an Indian this afternoon.
I prayed that the Lord wouldn't let one of those hit my foxhole, and he didn't. But several other guys were killed that morning. Were hit with the shrapnel or the shells. Hit one guy. It looked like he maybe had been real close to one of those shells, because we found parts of his body scattered all over the area. Arm over here and a leg over there, and it was bad.
The Air Force used to bomb about 2 weeks ahead of us. And when we get to these towns, the people, some of the people was ordered to leave, but some of them didn't. And those that didn't, when these Air Force bomb, oh, I tell you, there's bodies, there's arms, there's legs, head, just here and there. And then there's some of them, body was hanging on the side of the wall. Oh, it was awful. And that's what, you know, then you see little children in there with it. And then I thought, you know, that really got me right then.
We could always tell when we were getting near a Japanese camp. They had a peculiar odor about them, and you could smell them before you ever got to their camp.
There was a barn sitting here to our left, and we'd already cleared out everything, and then we backed up, settled in for the night with the doughboy rent. I guess the German patrol didn't know we was in there. We didn't know that we were, the tanks and everything was already in there. And we let them get right in front of the tank, and I mean, we all let into them. And we didn't see them, but they laid there and cried all night long, hollering for their mamas, I guess.
You become scared before you get there. You're bound to get hit. They told us about that. Very few come back.
One night we had to go out and meet another squad, maybe a jeep or something, meet us towards the end of the line. And then we come back and was going to go about 1 o'clock that night, and outpost had reported they heard some heavy equipment out that way. And what's going to go, I guess them boys must have been shaking. I could feel that floor shaking.
I didn't know what had happened after the Japs come in there. They took us to an old Spanish prison, Bilibid prison. And then they shipped me out to Nichols Field. Well, Nichols Field, they were real bad. One fellow there at Nichols Field, they fastened him up, tied his hand behind his back, and fastened him up to limb in the tree there for 2 or 3 days till he passed out and died.
We wouldn't get no food up there, and that's the part that I showed it. I don't know just what to say, but your body can take so much, and you want to do your job, and you want to stay alive too, and do what you can, but begin to work on you a little bit, your mind too, you know. You get tired, you can't think. You get kind of sleepy and groggy, you know.
You don't have time to think. You do what you can do right then, and that's it. Because you won't get another chance. If you can hide, hide. But keep on doing what you're supposed to be doing. Which I was supposed to be doing, that's why I got hit. I laid there and hollered. I was mostly in shock.
The sergeant and I were standing on the brow of a little hill, looking over a kind of a valley. And all of a sudden we heard a sniper down there. He's shooting at us. And he hit this boy standing right next to me. But I've often wondered, why did he choose to hit him instead of me? I don't know.
See, when I was over there, I never got to speak my language. I guess I was over there maybe almost 3 years, and I never spoke a lick of my language. So when I got back, I had the hardest problem trying to speak to my people, Dad and Mom, and they didn't know how to speak English at all. Before the breakthrough, that was just before Christmas, we stopped. It was snowing. Oh, nothing couldn't move. So we just dug in and sit. We was on the outpost. Well, where this outpost where we was at, you could see across the field, you could see those Germans walking around over there. So one evening, there's 2 Germans held a white flag. They would start walking across the field where we coming towards where we was at. And so we all got ready, you know. We didn't know what was going to take place. They came all the way up there. One of them could talk English, but he talked broken. And so they came. First thing they asked was they wanted a cigarette. So they sit down. So we sit down with them. And we talk. And what they told us, they said, they're just like us. Said, we don't want to fight you. We don't want to hurt you all. He said, and we have a family. We didn't want to leave our family. But he said, Hitler done all of this, he said. So we don't obey. He said, we'll be killed.
We were hauling gasoline and ammunition for George S. Patton, and we couldn't keep up with them. Some driver had missed a turn or something with his truck, and when I got up there, well, I got out, and about the same time I got there, well, George S. Patton got there. He jumped out of his Jeep and went up there, I don't know what's going on, and the little driver told him, well, I missed a turn. So finally got him straightened out, and when he started to go, old Patton told him, when you get back to your unit, tell him I said not to ever send you out again.
Sergeant picked me out to help feed the prisoners. We drove in there where the prisoners was walking around and sitting there. So when we seen that, they seen us, well, they all started coming. They knew they was going to get something to eat. So I stood on the back end of that truck, and I was handing them the bread to them. Well, they stopped. That MP blew the whistle, and for that truck driver to stop. MP come up there. Oh, he sure did chewed me out, he said. He said, I don't want you to wait on these people like they're civilized. He said, I want you to throw that bread out there. He said, oh, they were handing him the bread. They said, I don't want you to see you do that no more. I said, well, I didn't think I want my food to be thrown at me. I told her, you know, so regardless where I was at. So So, well, don't do it anymore. So I started throwing it out, and that really got me, because that is like feeding a stock, throwing hay out there, for them. Well, that's what that reminded me of.
This friend of mine from North Carolina, Cherokee, Jacob Consul, he said, I want you to go back with me to the back of the ship. The reason I asked you, he says, we're going overseas. This may be the last time we get to see the skyline of the San Francisco Bay, town, the city, and all that pretty lights that we saw. But the main attraction is the Golden Gate Bridge. He says, I want you to stand here with me. And he said, who knows, this might be the last time we're going to get to look at it. And he said, if we come back, he kept saying, if we come back, we both come back up front of the ship and just reverse it. And the ship will be coming back in, and first thing we'll see will be the Golden Gate Bridge. And we know that we're getting close to home. He said, would you shake hand on that? I said, yeah, I'll do it for you, Jake. I shook hand with him. He didn't say anything, and I kind of looked up at him. Tears were just rolled down his cheek, And, I forgot all about that until after the war, I was coming home. And on the ship, just about 30 minutes before we see the skyline of the Golden Gate Bridge, everybody was getting excited. Everybody was just talking. They couldn't believe that we were coming in, coming home. Getting louder and louder, and people talking, just getting hepped up about it. So it hit me. I got to get to the front of the ship. Boy, I went up there wiggling through a bunch of them guys standing my way. I just wiggled through and kept going until I got up right to the front of that thing, almost the hull of that ship, I was standing there on the deck. Pretty soon all of a sudden that picture come, Golden Gate Bridge. There it comes, like he said, it would come back. But this time I was by myself, and I was the one who had them tears coming down my cheek then.
It seemed as though they took the flower of manhood and put them in these horrendous situations and then expected them to come out like they were when they went in. And there's just absolutely no way that could have happened. Just no way.